St Kilda out of sight of the ground. St Kilda trailing and possibly won't have time to get up. That's an understatement. 17 points down they are, and the time ticking away. Duke Rules, he's played very well too. The ball's been given to Hughes, who shoots at goal for St Kilda, and it may be there. Yes, all clear, so Hughes has kicked the goal. Not much in it now.
Not much in it now as we see St Kilda gradually wearing him down, but time's wearing out for the Saints. 12-17, 89 points, Carlton to St Kilda. 10-18, 78 points, a difference of 11 points, and I think time's going to beat the Saints. Bad kicking in time has thrown this game away from them. But there we go, back to the centre now.
There's your time, just about dead on 30 minutes.
Well, that's right. We've got, about 5 minutes of time on. There's a free kick to St Kilda. They want a bit better hurry up and get going. We see the ball driven up there by Russell Green. Over the centre half forward position. They're all flying. It comes down to Calry. He's trying to get clear. He's snapped for goal, but he's put it out of bounds on the full, I'd say, yes. And a penalty free kick to Carlton. That was a blessing in disguise. The penalty free kick going down there to Heath. He takes it down there in the back pocket, taking plenty of time to kick the ball back. They're only 11 points down at the moment, St Kilda. Looked in an impossible position at three-quarter time. And the ball kicked back now towards that half-back line. In front is Lofts. He's got the mark. Mark to Lofts. A long way out from goal. A good 70 metres out.
And that is George Young going right back.
Well, they ought to get back there now because they've got to hurry up and kick 2 goals that they can, but they've played over just on 31 minutes of this quarter.
That's there.
My God, it's a long kick, and it's touched them through for 1 point. So it's only 10 points the difference at the 31-minute mark of this last quarter.
Very good attempt for goal there. That ball only landing about 2 metres. Wouldn't be any more than 2 metres from the goal line. So it was an opportunity there, but hasn't been accepted. Kevin Heath now, looking straight down the field or going to the outer side now. He's swung to the members' side of the ground. He's looking for Mackay. The ball doesn't get that far. Pickett's there. Hughes over the back. Should have gone the spoil. Went for the mark instead, so Tony Pickett will be paid the mark for Carlton. The short pass is on. Whitnell made position. Hand passes back now. Chance for Olsen to get it back to Whitnell. Whitnell on the right foot coming up to the half-forward zone. Robbie Walls and a Cowboy tangle, but the Cowboy will take the free kick. Cowboy nil. Half-back flank, tries to hurry it down to Ditterich. Ditterich breaking away, hand passes on to Mildenhall. Mildenhall, hand passing back. With a chance for Group, the siren has sounded. And this second game in the night series has been won by Carlton. Carlton on 12 goals, 17, 89 points. And St Kilda have gone down 10 goals, 19, 79. Only 10 points in it after they looked an atrocious side at half-time. They only had 1 goal, 10 to their credit. And Carlton had 7 goals, 6. Carlton led by 5 goals, and they've come right back. A good performance.
Back at the South Melbourne Cricket Ground, we've seen a pretty exciting game, even though it looked as though it was going to be one-sided at three-quarter time when Carlton had a great lead, but they finished up getting into a lot of trouble in that last quarter. I would say it was bad kicking in the early part of the match that cost St Kilda the game because they came home like a house on fire, and they finally went down by 10 points. Carlton 12 goals, 17-89, defeated St Kilda 10-19-79 in the Amco-Herald $200,000 Cup. And I think you'll agree, Jack, that St Kilda wasted a lot of opportunities with bad kicking, particularly in that first half of the match.
Well, that's the whole story of the game, Lou. If you go back to that at half-time, St Kilda had only won 10 to their credit, where Carlton from 13 shots had 7-6-48. So there was 32 points the difference at half-time. And St Kilda have come right back into the game. In the final term, they kicked 6-4 to Carlton's 1 goal 8. So Carlton had the wrong boots on in the final term, where St Kilda from 10 shots have managed 6-4, and Carlton only won 8 from 9 shots. So, but had they been on target earlier in the game, we would have had possibly a different result.
Well, just the same, it must have been a bit of a morale booster for the Carlton side after putting up such a dismal performance against Collingwood last week when they lost by 17 goals. At least they come out winners tonight, and that would certainly just take away a little bit of the bitter taste that they had left in their mouths from Saturday. And they had quite a good few players coming back into form. We saw Mark Kluwer come back to his form, and he played very well, and Dill doing a great job at the full-back position. And it was a strange thing that Olsen was just about their best player. I think he may have won the Trident Colour TV set. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think the boys down in the dressing room will tell us a bit about that later. And before we go to the dressing room, let's have this little bit of a break. Here at the South Melbourne Cricket Club, the final scores in the Amco-Herald $200,000 Cup. We see Carlton winning by 10 points, 12 goals, 17, 89 points to St Kilda, 10-19-79. A good victory to Carlton, but St Kilda could have easily won the match had they kicked correctly or a little bit straighter than they did throughout the night. And let's cross now to Peter Landy in the Carlton dressing rooms.
Right, thanks very much indeed, Lou. And down here in the Carlton rooms, I have with me the coach Ian Thorogood. If I can just get Ian over here. That's all right. You've got a few things to do, but, well, I guess a win is good.
A win is good, Pete. Yeah, I think we won it on St Kilda's mistakes.
Well, they kicked inaccurately. Do you think that could have made the difference?
Well, certainly early. Our accuracy helped us, I'd say, to stay in the game.
You must have been very pleased, especially early on, with the great form shown at full-back by Bruce Doyle. Yes,
Bruce has been down in his handling of the ball, but I was rather thrilled with the way he came up tonight.
And in the second half in particular, Mark McClure, I think we counted about he had 9 kicks in the third term, and I'm sure an equal amount in the last term. So your defence did stand firm when it had to.
Well, I'd only kill Mark for one thing, frankly, and that was
the cowboy kneel.
the fumble, yeah.
Well,